find yourself at the booth, order up a cold one. This is the Spring Bar.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Spring Bar. Glad to have you here. I am Mike, as always, sitting with Joe, who, despite all his rage, is still just a rat in his cage.
It's true.
That is true. After the messages that I got from you yesterday, that holds true. You were a little ragey yesterday.
Yeah, it was a rough morning.
Yeah, that's all right. You had battery issues in your car. So my question is, how old is the battery in your car?
21.
Oh, okay. So here in Florida, we get a 2.5 year lifespan out of the batteries in our cars, just because the heat is so intense that it just kills them. So when you ask a Floridian how old their battery is, they immediately are able to tell you the age of their battery. Now, I am at the 2.5 year mark. So if I park my car over the weekend and don't drive it, I get worried that when I have to go to work, it doesn't start. I should probably just buy a new one, stay ahead of that problem, but I don't.
Okay. There you go. Pro tip for you Florida listeners.
Yes.
Buy in
Yeah,
bulk.
exactly. Buy in bulk. So what's new with you?
Car battery.
Yeah. No, you got back from a little weekend away, didn't you?
Yeah, we went out. We went down to San Diego, stayed at a really nice hotel, and had a great time. So
You were sending photos, and it kind of threw me for a loop because it was like Tropical Joe.
yeah,
And when I think of you, I don't think of Tropical Joe with fruity drink in hand and, Hawaiian shirts. And
it was
it's
nice.
very the opposite of what I and probably the majority of our listeners think of when they think of you.
Yeah, that's about right. It used to be called like the San Diego Swim Club, and now it's the Lafayette Hotel, and they've got a pool that was designed in like the late 1940s by Johnny Weissmuller, the original Tarzan. And there's a plaque talking about somebody trained to swim to Catalina using that pool, but it's not even
Really?
it's not an Olympic sized pool. It's not even really a lap pool. So training to swim to Catalina, which is a lot. I don't know. But the drinks were good.
So is it still like a mid-century modern design
Oh,
hotel?
totally. It's got
Is
this
it really?
fantastic bar. Everything is eclectic. It's great. Soap dispensers are, porcelain hands.
Do you have more photos of it? You have to send me more pictures if you got
I'll
some.
send you some more pictures. Emily's got a ton of them. So
Okay, yeah. I'd like to see that. That sounds pretty cool, actually.
it's something.
Huh.
It's definitely something. It's one of
Maybe we can.
the young hip spaces for people to stay in, but also you can get a day pass for the pool, and so
Oh,
the people that work there hang out there, which tells you a whole lot about the space.
but next time I come out, maybe we can take a bro trip down to the
Go
romantic.
go get a drink by the pool.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do this a little differently. Speaking of drinks, what have you got?
Bacon Bloody Mary.
Oh, look at you. Your bacon's a little limp there, Joe.
No, sir. It's just
Oh, that's not limp bacon?
It's not limp bacon. This is lovely and crispy. It just happens to be bent.
Okay. All right. I can't tell you what I'm drinking because you, my friend, are going to pick out what I'm drinking. I have 3 more sample bottles.
All right.
I'm going to give you what they are, and you're going to tell me which one I'm going to pour. And I'm going to pour it neat today. I'm not going to make an old fashioned out of it because I got yelled at last time. I got called a sissy. I'm not going to let that happen again. So, number 1, Old Forester 1910, double oak, 93 proof. Number 2, Wild Turkey Forgiven Bourbon and Rye Blend, 91 proof. And last but not least is Blanton's Single Barrel, also 93 proof. So which of those do you think I need to pour?
Go with the Blantons.
The Blantons. Okay. Got it right here. Hold it up to the camera so everybody can see. Couple of fingers.
No.
Not bad. Not as much of a flavor as what was it that I had last time? The Woodinville,
Yeah.
that port cask.
Yeah.
I think that one of all that I've tried is my favorite. This one, not quite as smooth. Not crazy about this one. It doesn't have
Really?
a very good flavor to me.
Then you need to go and get some of this.
Okay.
This is a port wine finished bottle. I picked it up at
Yeah, I did like that.
excellent. It's excellent.
I did like that.
I was debating joining you drinking that neat, but not at 8:30 in the morning.
Well, it's a bit earlier for you than it is me. Now that we've thoroughly bored and confused everybody who's listening and watching, why don't you tell me what you're wearing today? What do you got on this morning?
I have got on the Devil Diver, the Coke bezel from. It's an interesting watch. So it's there's nothing that's really special about it, with the exception of the case back, because the serial number on this one is 000000.
So you say there's nothing special about it, but there is a story as to how you've acquired this watch. So
there's a story.
tell the story.
This is a photo sample watch, so no movement. The hands were fixed, and as near as I can tell, it is the photo sample. So all of the glamour shots of the watch in most of the advertisements was this watch. That's my guess, at least based upon the serial number, because it's from the original release. It's from the first, it's a 2018 watch with no serial number on it. So luckily our friend Oliver threw a movement in it. He had an extra, and now it's working and keeping time. And they wear so incredibly well, even for something that's as big as that is, because it's a 44 millimeter watch, but because of the way that the drape is, and because of the way that the case shape is made, like it does not wear that large. They're fantastic.
Well, it's a very short lug to lug, and the bullet bracelet just hangs just right. The links are small enough where you get that great.
It drapes incredibly well. It's they're much better than you would think they would be. Because I was skeptical, because I'm the vintage guy, and I think I've got a ton of these now.
Yeah, but this is very much like if you're into vintage stuff and you've ever bought one of them, the old salesman samples.
Yeah.
Where you had the dial and the hands were literally pinned into the dial. Now, the hour and the minute hand was always reusable, but the way that they were pinned together, you couldn't use the second hand unless you brought it somewhere, or if you had the ability to put a post in there. But this one, you were able to use all three.
Yeah, it was the original handset.
Yeah, so all three hands are still reusable, so done in a different way, know. I mean, 50 years later.
Not from the old ones. And also the bracelet wasn't cut, because it was the photo sample versus the dealer sample.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a cool watch.
But that's pretty cool. Serial number 0.
Yeah.
Like, what would you rather have, that or one that says sample?
Oh, serial number 0.
Probably that, right?
Come on.
That's pretty neat.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, well, moving on. Joe, why don't you ask me what I'm wearing?
Hey, Mike, what are you wearing?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. That was so kind of you. Joe, I am wearing I don't know if you can see it, but it's up on the screen.
Look at
my
that.
Marine Star Heritage. You and I both in the red and black motif today.
Yeah, it's a Coke day.
It is. This photo was taken in the car on the way to the studio here. So it is the most current photo of this watch that I have. But this watch too is very bullet-esque bracelet.
Yeah. The drape is a little bit different though. Like, I know that's what, 42?
This is 43. I feel like it's a longer lug to lug though than what the Devil Diver is.
I agree.
I am getting used to the hidden but not hidden date window.
Getting used to, you've come to accept.
Well, I don't have a choice because it's not going away,
That's true. It is not going away. You are
and
correct.
that's that. Yeah. Okay. So you've got quite a few new things. I feel left out. I really need to buy something. I need to
I know.
sell some stuff so I can buy
Absolutely
something.
not.
I have a new something. I can play along in the game, but I'm going to let you go first because it's really your show uh,
I got stuff. I
as
got stuff.
far as what you're going to show here. So let me,
Throw it up. Throw it up there.
yeah.
I'll talk about it as it shows.
Thing number one, and I think I have to hit. This is a video. This is a first on the Spring Bar podcast. A video
Is it?
of a new watch. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but a bad video at that.
That sucked.
What's what's wrong with your video skills here, Joe?
I don't
Let's
know.
just we'll pause it there. Look what we got.
It's a tell time.
It
Caravan
is hell
tell
time.
that is having a massive movement problem. Like it does not keep time to save its ass. But
No, what's wrong with it?
it runs really, really slow.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of the issue. But the thing that I find funny, right? Because we were talking about it, it should come on a core fam, right? On like a red
Yeah,
core fam.
on a red core family.
Yeah. It looks like it's some type of either ostrich or something like that.
Yeah.
That's Caravel signed.
Huh.
So I mean the bracelet itself is pretty cool, all things considered.
How's the condition of the case? Because these are chrome plated.
Case condition, there's a little bit of pitting on the side, then it looks like it was probably just dented. It's a used watch. The case back is kind of chewed up. Not awful, but you can tell that
Hmm.
this has been in a drawer someplace. The dial is great. The crystal is great. Handset's great. Like the watch itself is in pretty good shape. So
Mhm.
I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, it's a fun little watch.
They're just that's exactly it. They're fun little watches. Now, these, if you don't know, were made for children to learn how to tell time in the way of 5 after, 10 after a given hour, 20 minutes to 10 minutes to so on and so forth. So that's why you have the split down the dial, the two different halved colors,
Yeah, from
and
12 to
it's hard to
6.
see in this photo, but on the what is like a orangey red, it says two
Yeah.
because that's where you would tell, the time to the hour. And then the purple side, it says after, or it should say past, really, 10 past, 15 past, but 10 after, 15 after the hour.
And then
Now,
the minute track though, right up at the 12, it doesn't have anything else. It says o'clock at 12.
o'clock.
Then
Yeah.
going from 5 to 6, it goes down to 30. But then from 6 to 12, it goes back up. So 25 to
Yeah.
because then it's like okay, it's 5 to whatever the next hour is.
Hmm.
It's really interesting. It's an interesting concept, and it's a neat little here's how you tell time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and
So,
I got it for nothing too. I don't think anybody even bid on it.
and I don't remember what I paid for mine, but it was very little as well. The problem is mine came on the original Core Fam,
Yeah.
which is meant for a child's wrist. So I technically can't wear it
Oh, really? That's funny.
because it is far too small for me.
That's funny. Yeah, this strap actually works. It fits, but it's also like a 16, so I don't know if it'll go on anything else.
Yeah, it's a weird size because the watch is like 34 millimeters. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty
they're
small, but it's
really little.
cool.
They're really, really little.
What's really neat about these watches is, and I'm going to take it off the screen here for a second. I don't know if they came packaged together with or if you bought it separately, but there is a record that
Yeah.
goes along with it that is kind of an instructional audio how to
How
tell
to tell
time
time.
type of thing. I don't have the record. I know people who have it, and the reason why they have it is because I said, "Oh, hey, you should probably pick this up." And I never got it for myself. Now I wish I had it for myself because it's not on the shelf, but I'm looking at it. I have the alarm clock
Yeah.
version of it. It's the exact same thing, but in like an orange alarm clock case. You wind it up,
Yeah, and
everything.
it's bigger. They're nice.
Yeah, it's your typical desk clock, alarm clock type size from the 70s. So there's a whole three-piece set that really should go all together. So I'm missing the record. I need to try and find one of those.
Better get on it.
Yeah, but it is a really cool little piece to have. They're a lot of fun. Next up, thing number 2 for you, Joe.
Space View G. So the Space View world is kind of fraught. There are, I mean, the story behind it. So this is the deal. Accutron came out, and they could not really explain what it was. They couldn't explain how it worked. It was very difficult. And there's all of these, not even dealer samples. It was a giant dealer display that showed the inner workings of the watch. And they were plastic. They were battery powered, and had sort of the sweep seconds hand and everything that went along with that. And it was just a way to try to explain it to whoever was going to be, retailing the watch. But then Bulova got smart, and so they pulled. Initially, the original ones, they had a cutout on the side of the dial, and then they just pulled the dial completely. And you have these sample watches, really, is what it was, and it was a display watch that people really wanted to buy. They're like, no, give me that one. I want that one. And so Accutron started producing factory Space View watches, and they're hard to find. And there's like 3 or 4 different cases that use that, and there's a couple other things. And then they also sold conversion kits. So there is a factory conversion kit, and then there were aftermarket conversion kits, and then there are people who just started pulling the dials off of their Accutrons, and for 214s. It doesn't work on 218s because the movement's ugly. But
it doesn't. But they even made factory 218 Space Views too.
A skeletonized.
But the one, before you go further in your story, that kills me the most is when people pull the dials out of the astronauts.
Yeah, you see that.
God, I cry every single time.
It's absolutely awful. So this is a factory Space View G. And so it's a specific case. It is a specific handset. It's also got the chapter ring around the outside, and with the alpha hands with the loom in it. And this watch is just fantastic. I kind of got it on a whim. I really wasn't looking for one necessarily, and the price was just too good. And so I pulled the trigger on it, and then had to find out if it was legit or not. And so I reached out to a few different Accutron collectors that I know. I'm like, hey, because you have to take a look at, okay, what's the case back say? What does the movement say? Does it have the right kind of hacking mechanism, or does it have a hacking mechanism? Does it have the right kind of coil? Does it have the wire attachments, the 2-wire, 3-wire additional transistor? There's all of these things that you have to get into to determine if it's a conversion or not. And this one is legit and turns out to be pretty well. So this is in tribute to the 314. And the one that I like is based similarly off of this model. So for me, it's kind of a must-have there.
Well, I think you have a comparison shot here.
I do have a comparison shot. Yeah.
There.
So you've got, that's the titanium on the left, and that's my watch on the right. And so it should be actually on like a Python strap.
No, it's reverse that. The titanium's on the right. Your watch is on the left.
There, thank you.
You're welcome.
See, that's how close they are. I mean, the crown's a little bit.
But you know what though? That's a good. That's how close they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a really good job with these new ones. They really did.
314 is going to be a little bit larger. It's like, I think it's a 39. This is I think it's a 37 case, so it's going to be a little bit larger. The crown's there. The chapter ring is a little bit wider on it. Mine has a gold tone movement, which is from the later 70s. The earlier ones in the 60s had silver tone movement. So your crystal is factory correct with it. It is factory correct. Yeah, there are 2 versions. There's 2 versions of it. You can get the Accutron symbol up at 12, or it's this one, which is down at like 830.
Give or take. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a killer watch. I've been wearing it a ton. I love it to death. It's great.
Hmm.
And that sweep seconds hand, come on. And it's keeping incredibly good time. I'm blown away by that watch. Came serviced too. I didn't no work was done on
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah, it came humming right away and was like made the trip. It was I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled by this
Oh,
watch.
oh, goodness. All right. Now that we've thoroughly lost everybody, today is almost kind of a review day.
Uh-huh. Yes,
You've
good stuff.
got something in. You've got a couple of
Yeah.
watches from an independent brand. I've got something in. Um, but we'll let you talk about your stuff first.
So throw the picture up and I'll talk you through. I ran into a gentleman from Utah when I went to the Accutron 314 release in Las Vegas. And we got to talking and we were having a great time and the wine was flowing and he had on this beautiful vintage Bulova Art Deco from I think the 1950s. Great little watch. And
Hmm.
we were talking about vintage, we were talking about stuff, and he's like, "Well, I have my own company." I'm like, "Oh, do you really? What?" And he started showing out pieces and pictures. And the company is called Markwell. They are out of Utah, and
Hmm.
they've got two watches that are there. So this one is the Date-Matic, and the other one is called the Hard Candy. And they're kind of cool. Depends on what it is that you're looking for.
It's really called the hard candy
Called the hard candy, yeah.
because it looks exactly like a Jolly Rancher.
Uh-huh. And you got multiple color options for both. So go back to the big the multiple, yeah. So this is what they sent me. They sent me two watches with a couple of straps and this watch roll. And so the Date-Matic has got that sort of tuxedo dial with the date window. The hard candy is
Hmm.
colored dial. They've got a deal going with Spiegel, and they're going to be making or getting a custom elastic band for these
Really?
watches. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
So the band that the gold one is on now, is
Uh-huh.
that the
It's
one or is
not
that one
theirs.
you
No.
had?
That's no, no, that's theirs. That's theirs. It came on the watch.
Oh,
And it's just an older Spiegel band. I mean, it's nice. It's definitely nice. So, they sent it to me to bring it in for review and just take a look at it. And they're like, go for it. Tell us what you think. So pop over to the next picture and let me talk through it. So that's the hard candy on a FKM kind of the silicon strap. Go with the next one. Let's just start working our way through these. So case back has got a sort of a texture to it. Looks like it's brushed, and then they've got their logo. And on the crown, I don't really have a good picture yet. The crown has got their logo as well, and it's in lume, so that will glow.
hmm.
And it's depending on the watch will determine the size. You can see that we got a little bit sort of like a spider lug. Both cases
Hmm.
are the same shape, but the case back is a little bit different between the two because it's a different movement within each one. Go to the next. So that's the Date-Matic, and it's on the strap. So you can see that you've got these sort of chunky numerals at the ordinals, and it's sort
Hmm.
of an Art Deco style, but they're really thick and really big. The markers are also applied, and you've got that sort of same Art Deco thing. The date window has that trapezoid sort of keystone shape, and so you can see a little bit of the other date, and it's a roulette date window. However,
Okay.
on the 11th on this one, the 11 is green. And so there's a little hidden Easter egg on all of their date
So
matics.
what's the significance of that?
Don't know. Just is.
Okay.
And that's just this one in particular that's got that.
So what are your thoughts on that date window?
I am not a fan of the extra, being able to see the extra bits of, the next one up and the one previous. But also, I mean, if you're going to say that it's a roulette date window, that's kind of how you gotta go about it. So I mean, I understand the design choices that they made. I understand that, so we're looking back at some of the Art Deco watches. We're looking back at some of these older styles, and I get it. I get it. It works. I mean, it's like a 38 millimeter case with almost no bezel. It's a PBD on it. And then the minute track on their outside is sort of it's got not even a radial, it's a circular brushing. And so you can see in this picture, it really picks up the blue from the inner track. And you got that kind of that pseudo sector dial on it. Go to the next one, please.
Well, hold on. I like trapezoidal date windows. I think the one who did it the best is Timex, where the outer numeral was larger to fit that trapezoid shape.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen that done here. I don't mind the shape of it, but like you, I don't like the extra.
It's almost like when you look at it in comparison to the ordinals and the numerals on the ordinals, is like the date seems a little bit small. And if they would have brought it to fill that shape, that might have been better. But that's a whole different argument, and I think that would have changed the date disc itself, because you've got to have the right kind of positioning and have everything go through. And so I don't think that they could have done that unless they moved it further out, and then and maybe that would work, maybe not. That's why I'm not a watch designer. All right, what's next? Take me to what's next. Yeah, so you can see you can see it there on the wrist. It's not a bad shape. It's not a bad size. Really kind of classical proportions. Like the logo is nice. The font choices are really good. Datematic in a lowercase and kind of an italic, and then that block for the Markwell up at the 12 o'clock position.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going. So that's it on the expansion bracelet.
Which is not a bad look.
It's
I mean, that's
really not.
That's very 50s right there.
Yeah, totally. And the first thing that happened, I put it on, and I had to go down to the garage, and the sun reflected off of the bracelet and was shining onto my garage door. It's like, that was really cool. It's not a bad look. It really isn't a bad look, and I don't even mind it being straight lug. Like, curved lug on that would be fantastic, but as it is, that really works. It doesn't.
What's the case size of this?
Like a 38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not horribly big. It's not awful. It's just that you have that sort of two-tone color, because you've got the silver outer ring and then the gold case tone. And that may or may not work for you as an individual. It's got a Sellita SW200 movement. They call it the Telford case.
Okay.
It's like a 37 millimeter, a little bit more, and then 10.35 millimeters high. Box sapphire crystal, and it's 43 lug to lug with 20 millimeter lugs. So,
okay. I have thoughts on the movement in that particular watch, but we can get to that later.
We can. I mean, the movement doesn't bother me. It's a nice hacking movement. I was happy with that. Take it to the next shot, please. Yeah, and so here's one of my gripes about it. And there's not many. It's like, so they made design choices, and they made design choices for a reason. They did it all in a specific. They made aesthetic choices. The seconds hand is long. Seconds hand is really, really long. And I don't know that it mixes well with the fonts. And here you can see the numeral, kind of a close-up of how these numerals are put on and applied.
How much longer than the minute hand is it?
It's
from pinion to end.
Just a little bit, maybe couple no, actually it's the same. Maybe a millimeter shorter, but it looks like it's about equal.
Because I don't mind that. I don't
No,
mind the handset on this one at all.
the arrow bugs me a little bit, but I'm again, this is when, like, if you're making aesthetic choices, they've stuck with a style and a space, and so all of these choices go together. Personally, I just prefer a different vintage style, a different Art Deco approach, and that's just my aesthetic, and that's what I would choose. You've got the spider lugs that are on it, and that's another case shape choice, and it works. It's not one that I would have chosen necessarily, right? Okay, go
Okay.
on, go on. Let's see what I don't remember what I have next. Yeah, you see a little bit more of the seconds hand and how that comes, and you got the crystal. There's a little bit of that distortion on the
Hmm.
edges of the crystal, which is it's not a bad thing at all. I like it. I like the aesthetic choices that they made. I understand why they made them. They're not ones that I necessarily would have made, but I get it.
Hmm. Now we get into the more
This
fun
is
option,
okay.
if you will.
This is the hard candy. And you can see that you've got all of these applied markers, and that is Lumicast. It is solid luminous material. You've got a
Huh.
different handset. You've got a couple of different aesthetics that go on that. No date window, and this one has got the Miyota 9039 movement inside. And so you still got a similar thing going on. Like the second sound on this one is longer. You've got sort of a lollipop, and it's a color matched lollipop. The dial itself is actually enamel, and it's kind of a fume. Like, it gets darker out towards the indices than it is in the
Really?
center. Yeah, stainless case, same case. So
Hmm.
they were smart with that. So we've got two different watches, slightly different price points, different movements, but we can use the same case and have it work. This one on this white strap, I really like this strap. And I
Yeah.
did not think that I would. I didn't think that it was going to work for me at all. And it really, really does. As a matter of fact, I wore this one. We went to a meetup, what, 2 weekends ago, or no, last Saturday, a week ago. Went to this meetup, and that watch just got a ton of love by everybody who saw it. And this is, we're at a independent watch meetup. Throw it over to the next, please, Mike. So the first thing I do is always throw it on some different options, and it's not bad on mesh. Same 20 millimeter lugs. This mesh wouldn't work. I think a beads of rice would be better rather than this particular mesh. Milanese mesh might also work, like a finer mesh, but the watch works pretty well on just about anything I threw it on. Show
I
us the
think
next.
I think a thinner Milanese would be great. That shark mesh is
Yeah,
just a
that
little too
shark
thick.
that shark is too thick, but it's what I
Yeah,
have. Is 20s,
but
20. I
it
don't have.
gives you the idea, though.
Yeah, like, it would work well on that. And then
Oh, here you got a little better picture of it there.
yeah, and that's through a light ring, just to give you a concept of what goes on. And you can
Yeah.
see, like, the enamel dial is really kind of reflective, so you don't get the good fume sense of the watch. And it's not a huge change in color gradation, but it's there. It's obvious a little bit. It goes from, like, kind of a avocado green to almost a lime green.
What's the water resistance on this?
Oh, 200?
Screw down crown?
No, not a screw down crown. No, sorry, 10, not 200.
So that's 100 meters.
10 atmospheres. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 meters. Okay, that makes a little more sense. So you
Yeah.
you you could throw it on a mesh like that and use it as a sport watch for
Oh,
sure.
totally, totally. I think
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. Go to the next one, please. And, like, there's a bit more of a close up, and you can see how tall those indices are.
Hmm.
That's all solid luminous material, and you got a better shot there. So it's got that green tip for the lollipop, and then that counterweight. The style of the hands are more of a classic kind of a dive watch style.
I have a
I
hard
like
time
the
going with
choice.
that.
I like the choice for it though. I think that it adds to a little bit of a sporty look for it. I like the pseudo sector on the center of the dial in black.
I do like.
Yeah, I think that it's a pretty cool little package. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. And
Yeah,
you see a bit of a close up on those lugs too. And then I had this orange rally. It's like, and it works on that too.
I don't hate that look.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it in the slightest. And you can see here, you've got a better sense of how the fume on the dial comes
A little
across.
bit, yeah. You can see the tip on that
Yeah,
seconds hand too.
yeah. It's a just slightly different lighting. And I mean, the watch is incredibly fun. Um, you can throw a whole bunch of stuff on it, and I think it'll take straps really well. That's a pretty
Hmm.
good look for that watch,
Yeah,
all things considered. Of the two, I prefer the hard candy. Just from
really.
I do. I prefer the hard candy to the Datematic. The aesthetic choices on the Datematic, I get it. I understand why. They're not the ones that I would have made. It's not my aesthetic. The hard candy is weird enough that all of that works. And I don't think about some of those choices in the same way. I really like it on the white, and I didn't think that I would. They've got a couple different colors of FKM that are options for you,
Hmm.
and I think that it's I like that one. I like it a lot.
Here's my thoughts. Initially, I didn't like this watch. I didn't like either one of them. Um, it has taken some time to grow on me. Now, I don't have these, so I'm purely
Yeah,
basing this on just the photos.
yeah.
My favorite of the two is going to be the hard candy as well. The problem that I have with that is that handset. I hate that handset.
Do you really?
It looks very much like a handset you would find on a $15 Walmart watch. It's very basic. It looks very chintzy. The
Oh,
second hand,
I go the complete opposite because it's a similar size and shape to this. It matches sort of the baton hands, the luminous baton hands that I find on most of my vintage divers. So for me, that works completely. Like the
see,
handset doesn't bother me in the slightest.
and I think my big issue is it comes off the pinion and it has that hollowed section
Yeah.
until you get to the actual meat and potatoes of the hands. And I don't like that look. I really dislike that look. It needs to be
It,
solid. And if you're going
it
to do anything ornate, it needs to be a little further down, I believe.
doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. I like it. I think that it adds a little bit to the quirkiness. And when you were talking about a watch that's got an enamel dial on a rubber strap with giant hunks of loom, like yeah, I like that handset a lot on this watch.
I will say, take the handset off the gold version, make them white, put them on that one. That would be
Think,
perfect.
no,
With
no.
that arrow seconds hand, the other problem that I have with the hard candy seconds hand is you have the lollipop right at the very end of it, but then you also have the lollipop counterweight, and that's I think very
It's more
bad aesthetically.
it's more of a square. It's not necessarily the lollipop. It's not rounded. So you like looking at it from a design standpoint, you've got two different shapes that go on. I
I
I
don't like
still
that.
I like it. I like the quirkiness of it. I think that
I like
this is a
that arrow
fun.
pointer. You put an arrow pointer on that. That whole
No,
other Art Deco handset, paint them
no,
white, put it on there.
no. Lollipop
Yeah,
all day long.
no.
Big sucker for a
And
lollipop.
if you want to do a lollipop, that's fine, but you got to move that lollipop a little further up the handle.
No, no.
Yeah.
I think it's great as is.
Now,
I like the hard candy way more than I like the Datematic. I think it's a nice package. It's a really nice watch.
the case is fantastic. I love that style case.
Yeah.
I think it is a long time coming for somebody to do a case like that again. I think it's fantastic. I love the color. I love the giant mid-century modern uh, uh, numeral markers. I like that little kind of sector, the black sector lines in there. I think that whole thing is fantastic. I don't dislike the gold version. I'm not a big fan of that date window. I do like that handset. The problem that I have with these two watches, looking at the both of them as a whole, I don't necessarily see the gold version as that much different that you need to put in a Swiss movement and raise that price point.
Yeah, I mean, so the hard
That's the problem that
candy,
I have,
the hard candy retails for 579, and
which is a good price point
yeah,
for
it's not bad,
for
and you can get it on a black strap or the white strap. So
for
it's,
a and I don't mean this in a mean way, but a quote unquote no name independent, that's a good price point to be at.
yeah,
And
and
where
so
are
you
we at on the Swiss one?
on the Swiss one is let me get to it here.
Are we over 1,000?
No.
No.
656, 657.
So
So,
650 for the Swiss version.
uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
It's not right. Again,
It's not
it's
terrible.
not terrible in terms of what you're getting. And you've got what six different options. You can get a silver case or stainless case, and you can get the PVD case, green dial, blue dial, and then kind of a black monotone. They call it the banker's black. The hard candy is has different some different colorways as well. Give me a second. Where to go? Oh, so the hard candy you've got blue, green, yellow, purple, and then they call it a black cherry, and it goes from red to black at the outer track. It's
Blue, green, red, and purple.
uh-huh.
That purple might be nice.
Purple's not bad.
That purple might be
It's
nice.
not bad. I think the green captures it a little bit better, just in a contrast. But
Hmm.
you know, again, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for something that's like a fun summer watch, you're hard pressed to beat that one. That pop of
For a
color.
fun summer watch, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still 650 isn't bad for the Swiss version for the Solidi in there. However, you can put that Miyota 9000 series in it, have just as good a movement,
Yeah.
and save yourself the $150.
Yeah, you could. You could.
You know?
I think that they're looking at it for being a little bit more of a dressier watch, and so throw a Swiss
Yeah.
in it. I like
But kudos to them for keeping it under $1,000.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice watch. I didn't think I was going to like them as much as I do, to be honest. And I'm gonna be sending them back today. So
And I'm right there with you. I didn't think I was going to like them as much as I do. They are a really cool design. I like the retro vibes that it's giving, especially that dressy version. But when you take that same aesthetic and sport it up with those bright colorways in the modern rubber strap, it really does work
yes.
outside of that handset.
Oh, see, I think the handset makes it.
Yeah.
I like the handset on that. I think that if you switch the handsets, it does because for me on the Datematic, the handset doesn't work as well. I don't like it as much. I prefer.
I'd see, and I like that. And maybe if it was just a different seconds hand, maybe if you just swapped out the seconds hand,
You know,
the hour and minutes might not be so bad.
could be. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me as much as it seems to bug you. And I guess that's why they sent them to me.
Well, either that or because you met him in person.
That helps too. That helps too.
That also, yes. Uh, that's so yeah, uh, not bad, not
Not
bad.
bad.
And they're Markwell, right?
Markwell Watches
Okay,
out of
you
Utah.
can find them on Instagram.
Uh-huh. They've got Instagram. They've got their own web shop.
And this is the only ones they have. No, so
Two
what does their timeline
models.
look like?
What does their what look like?
Like, what's the timeline of the company? Are they fairly new? Have they been
Yeah,
around for a while?
not been around that long.
No.
No.
Okay, so they have these two watches. This is the only style design that they have. They
Yeah,
don't have anything
they've got
else.
these two. Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so they're starter watches, and these are available for purchase, or is this a
Uh-huh.
Kickstarter
They
thing?
are they are available. They've got their own website. They're ready to go.
Okay, so in stock.
In stock. 2-year
All right,
warranty. They've got their own support line. Free shipping over $100.
and they're where did you say they were from? Utah?
Salt Lake.
In Utah. So
Huh?
hopefully they're stocked in Utah. Then you can get them
Uh-huh.
without any weird tariffs or import charges, and get it fairly quickly. Then. So I got a side note here. I got an email from Yema,
Oh, that's
and not
right.
necessarily a tariff related price increase, but they are comparing the dollar versus the euro.
Mhm.
And because the dollar is falling in value compared to the euro, they are going to be increasing the U.S. purchase prices by 12%.
Sounds like you got it under the gun, man.
So as you're listening to this, you have probably about 3 weeks before, I think it's August 24th, that their price increases kick in. I also saw Christopher Ward is doing a price increase, but there is more are tariff related.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're, and I didn't see how much of an increase theirs is going to be, but it
39%.
seems like this is starting to affect now the watch industry.
Moving into the watch industry pretty
Yeah.
pretty hard. Uh-huh.
So, and 12% on a Yama, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it adds up. It's an extra
When you
150, $170.
when you're looking at what is their margin, if 12% is a good chunk of their margin, you're affecting the bottom line of the company. So it becomes an interesting question as soon as you start getting into that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay. So moving on to what I've got, I have something in for review also. Now, this came from a listener of the show. We have a gentleman who's been listening for, to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure exactly how long he's listening, but he's been listening for a while. He messages me fairly regularly. He has sent me some stuff for repair. Just an all around real cool guy. I won't give you his name, but he goes by our 25. So it's our XXV on Instagram. And he just kind of started that page. That's going to be his watch page. He's got a variety of different things that he collects, but he went to the WindUp Chicago show.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why he wanted to go there is he is a very much an appreciator of Bulova. He wanted to try and pick up one of those limited edition snorkels. Now, this was done by um, in collaboration with the show and the brand. They put together it's a whole pack. It comes with the snorkel. It comes with a what was it, like a sports pack bag, cross shoulder
Yeah.
bag type of thing.
Fanny pack kind of thing.
Yeah. It came with a different NATO. What else was in there? I'm trying to remember what else was in that package of stuff. The whole thing, I believe, sold for $450. So the watch itself retails for $350. So for $100 more, you get all the cool extra stuff that goes along with it. So he was able to pick one up. He told us about it and says, you know what, I'm going to send this to you guys so you can see what it looks like. Because we've never seen one of these
Yeah, not the limited.
wind up limited editions before. But they do a cool job because on the case backs, they have the artwork that goes along with the show that they're from.
Yeah,
So this is just a little
from Alex, who we know.
from Alex, who's done a lot of the artwork for Bulova over the last going on 2 years now, if not two
Yeah,
years already.
yeah.
Um, so he didn't send me everything that came in the box. He didn't send me the whole box, just some things from it. So it comes in the standard snorkel, the cardboard box that looks like the old vintage wooden box that has the outer box with the reef and the fish and all that kind of stuff. You can see the little smaller box that the NATO strap comes in. And also, what was cool is they had, and I didn't know they had these. They
I
had
didn't know that either.
WindUp
Yeah, patches.
Bulova patches made, and that is the artwork that represents that particular show.
It's got the bean on the back of it.
Has the bean, has the skyline, that weird triangle building, that's the Prudential building in the background there. Um, he picked these up. He put them in the box. He wrote a real nice letter talking about how he appreciates what we do on the show, and the positive light that we bring on Bulova as a brand. And he picked up these patches. He put two of them in there, one for you, one for I. He says, go ahead and keep the patches for you guys. Just my little way of saying thank you for what you do. I think that was really cool of him. He
Yeah,
didn't
it's
have to do
nice.
that, but that real nice. Um, he he sent me the watch first. So I'm getting the first look at it. He wants me to send it to you next so you can also experience it. He just said, he wants us to be able to make some content out of it and tell the story about it and generally put some good vibes into the watch so that when he gets it back, he feels like it's made its way around, the watch family and has lived a few adventures and has a
Extra
cool
karma
story to
never
tell.
hurts.
Okay. Yeah, not at all. So this is what we've got. It is a gray, kind of a gunmetal. This is the hybrid ceramic case. It has a black and gray bezel insert. In this photo, it has a black dial, and it is a very much a mirrored dial. And I have another angle to show you. It's
See, that
hard
was
to.
that was the question because they said, okay, we make the watches to match the show, and so there was the one from San Francisco that was the same color as the Golden Gate Bridge, and
Mhm.
some stuff on the back. This one, though, they were saying, okay, the bean is the inspiration, and the bean, if you don't know, is this large sculpture that is highly reflective.
Huge stainless steel
Yeah,
sculpture.
and it's this weird kind of shape, and it does sort of look like a bean if you squint, but it's reflective. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't look reflective. And they're like, oh no, the dial's reflective, but you can't see it in any of the pictures. The pictures always look black,
They always look black.
which I
Now,
thought was a killer design feature. I would love that. I would love a black dial.
I'm going to zoom in here fairly closely because if you look, you can see the reflection of the logo a little further, kind of like it's inside the dial there.
Yeah,
That's that's the reflection coming into play.
because the logo's on the back side of the crystal.
No, it's printed on the surface of the dial, but because you have that reflection, it looks like it's
Oh, that's so weird.
in the mirror. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And then
That's
look at the handset. It's kind of like a hammered stone effect to the handset. And it
yeah.
almost has to be that way because you would never see polished silver hands against this dial.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I
you're
love that
totally
look.
right.
I think it
Oh,
looks fantastic. It matches the
yeah.
silver in the bezel.
Yeah, it's a good aesthetic choice, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the case back. So it also has the artwork. You can see the Alex Asked For signature at the bottom there. What is really cool about this, and you had made mention of it, you said, well, how does that wear? Because eventually over time you're going to get it rubbing
Yeah,
on your
you
wrist
like
and
you
that's going to
looking at
wear
it, you
off.
would assume it's a sticker.
It is under glass. That is behind. So it's essentially a exhibition case back, but it has the artwork behind the glass. So there won't be any rubbing or wear on that. I thought that was a real cool touch.
That's neat. That's
Yeah.
neat.
So again, hybrid ceramic has all that, the model numbers and everything. And then this is on the NATO strap that it comes with, which is a not quite a navy. It's not real bright blue. It's just a nice bright blue tone. That's the best way I can describe it. But it works really well with this dark colorway.
Hmm.
And if you zoom in on this, you see that
Yeah.
Bulova reflection in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the next slide is really going to show you.
That's so bizarre, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's a very silvery, reflective dial, but depending on how you look at it in the light,
Wow.
just determines what you see. And now you see what I'm talking about. If these were polished silver hands,
Yeah, you wouldn't see them ever.
they'd get lost in there. So that stone hammered effect
Yeah.
is pretty functional when you look at it. I think overall that whole package is done really, really well.
I don't disagree. I like it. I like it. I
And
can't wait
it's
to see it in person.
other than the colorway, it's exactly the same as your standard snorkel.
Well, yeah, I mean, that
Same,
makes sense.
yeah, same movement, same case shape, same everything, same materials. It's just done in a different colorway,
All the
same
measurements.
packaging, all that kind of stuff. But it's just a really cool little addition.
Yeah. And what, it was limited to 50 pieces, something like that?
Something like that. And they didn't sell out at the show. I think they had 10 left over that went up on the WindUp Watch Shop website.
Yeah.
And those
They're gone
lasted
now.
a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went quick.
So
I
if
didn't
you
even
got
know, or
one,
else I might have actually got one. I
yeah.
like that.
If you got one, good for you. If you didn't, well, kind of too bad, so sad. Um, it's really, really cool. Now, this one for me hits home because Chicago is home. So I'm actually really excited to have gotten to see this one in person and be able to handle it. And I'll wear it a little bit. I've been out of town, so I didn't bring it with me, just in case something happened to it. I didn't want
Yeah.
to, anything to go wrong with it. But I'll wear it for maybe about a week, and then I'll send it off to you, and you can do your
Cool.
things with it, and then
Cool.
we'll get it back to him. But real cool. He didn't have to do that, but he wanted us to be able to experience this, and I get that. There is something to be said for sharing the watches and
Yeah.
seeing people enjoy them in person and getting their thoughts and views on it. And so, hour 25, we appreciate it. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you going up there and getting one of these and sending it off for us to take a look at.
Sharing it with the rest of us. That was really cool.
And for the patches,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to put it on. I have to figure something out. Maybe I'll get like a blank hat and have it
Put on there.
sewn into a hat or something like that. That would actually be kind of cool. So
Nice.
that's what I got.
All right.
Last calls.
Last calls.
Yeah.
Let's
Got
talk.
anything?
Let's talk. Yes, I got a last call.
Okay.
I went to the Minutes and Hours watch.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like a week ago, and we're talking about it. Throw the sex pile pick up.
It wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was last week.
Was
Last
it really?
Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I was.
A lot has happened since then. It's been a whole week, man. So I went up there, and this was in LA, but I went up with some of the Orange County guys, and these are the watches that everybody brought. So some really neat stuff there.
Raises a question. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. So it was nice to be able to see some stuff in person that I haven't seen before. So what do we got? Farvaluba, Doxa was there, Furlan Marri was there, Paulin Zarbomba, which is a brand that I was not even aware of.
I have heard of them, yes.
Losi was there. And then there was another brand that was kind of off, and there's a brand called Geo, capital G, lowercase e, capital O. And they had this retro future digital watch, and it was like a touch sensitive digital watch, digital display with fixed wire lugs. That was really kind of cool. And then Christopher Ward was there, and they brought all of the versions of the Bel Canto. Right? That's Losi or Loki.
That's really cool.
It
I like
is.
that.
There's another one that's I think that's their Pacific. They have another one that's called the PCH, which it's black with a yellow double line down the middle of it, like the freeway. I like that watch, and I want to try to have them on since he's a relatively local guy. And then there's that
I love
Averluba.
that they're redoing a lot of these things.
This one is really interesting though because the outside track moves. It's not you aren't setting it from the double crown. It actually moves independently.
What is it?
So you look up at the top and that tells you what the hour is and then the minutes. It's weird, man. It's a weird watch. I like it.
A 2 time zone?
No, it's like a wandering hour.
Huh.
complication. Oh, it's cool. It's really cool. So getting into the show, I got the chance to go see all these guys, and so the Furlan had some really nice dive watches. One of the guys there, and I think it was like the dive chief or something like that, which was a vintage that they may be thinking about doing a reissue of. Doxa was really cool. The Paulin watches were really cool.
I like those.
It was neat. They were really good. The colors were fantastic. The Losi, we know, I've seen them at a couple of meetups. The Christopher Ward stuff was better than I thought it would be. I like the Bel Canto. I don't like it enough to buy it.
That really surprises me. I am really shocked to hear you say that.
I would not own one. But I appreciate that watch. And they had all of the different styles. They had some of the limited editions, and then they had some of the guilloche style on that as well. And then the 12s, they had both sizes of the 12, and that's a fantastic watch. Like, if you haven't seen one of those in person, please go check it out. The thing, this is kind of the kicker. Like, Doxa had their full line, including some older, more vintage pieces, and chronographs and some other things. The Doxa didn't impress me that much, to be absolutely honest. Like, they're nice, but the carbon fiber didn't do it for me. But the loom dials were great. Furlan Marri, and I've been big on Furlan Marri. Did not impress me. Didn't impress me in person. No, really did not. It was disappointing. And they had a limited edition or unreleased that was diamond markers, is like their disco Volante watch. Diamond markers with a really, really great mesh bracelet, like a fitted mesh bracelet. And it just didn't tick any boxes for me, man. I was very disappointed in that.
So no on the Furlan Marri, but yes on the Christopher Ward Bel Canto.
Yeah.
What, are we in some sort of upside down alternative universe here?
I don't know what to tell you.
What's going on with you, Joe?
I don't know what to tell you, but remember, it's always that hot take. Like, you got to see it in person. You got to try it on. You got to play around with them. So,
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wow. Very cool. So, you had in that pile of watches there the new chronograph that you bought. What's the update on that? How are you taking to that one? No?
Nice. But it may not stick. We have not bonded.
I am disappointed in that, because I really had high hopes for you in that one. I really did.
Well, maybe I'll send it to you for a little bit, and you can play with it, and we'll see what happens.
See, what you're going to do is you're going to send it to me. You can say, well, you can either ship the watch back, or that's a sales tactic.
It is a pretty good one, isn't it?
Yeah. Will do on that note.
How do we get in touch, Mike?
Today, you and we make up the Spring Bar Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at the Spring Bar Podcast. You can email us at springbarpodcast@gmail.com. On a personal note, I am 120 clicks, all spelled out, one long word, 120 clicks. Joe.
Watch Taylor UPH, all one word. That's us.
That's it. Thus concludes another boring episode.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't drive off the road.
But we've got some cool stuff coming up. I'm really looking forward to the Bulova Ladies Night Out. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some of the women who work at Bulova come on, and we're gonna discuss ladies' watches, and that's gonna be
how many? How many we getting? 3 or 4?
3.
3 of them. Yeah. So Patty, Susan, and who was the other one? Sonia. Yeah, that's right.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be
a lot of fun, because they each do something different within the brand, so you'll have a lot of different perspectives on the topic. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. That's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Stay tuned. That one's coming up. But until Joe sends me his watches and then only accepts cash in return,
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. For a given value of cheers. I need more drink.